Hi, I'm Jim Seamus.
And I'm Andrew Matheson for double coverage, our CCS quarterfinal recap.
Nice.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Well said. You got it.
Yeah, finally.
Right.
We only had 2 games on the slate. Next week we'll only have 1 game on the slate as Scotts Valley season is over.
It is.
Went down to Pacific Grove and lost to Carmel in the Division 4 quarterfinal round, 54-26. And, you know, we both picked Scotts Valley to fall in this game, and what kind of happened? We talked about Connor Martin, Holden Smith. They went off, basically.
Too much leg power.
Too much leg power. An offense, a kind of a zone read offense with Martin at quarterback, Holden Smith at the running back, and it was too much for Scotts Valley. Like I said, 54-26. Martin, 15 of 18 passing, 225, 4 TDs.
Yeah.
Also ran the ball 105 yards on a touchdown. Holden Smith, 179 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns.
Scotts Valley looked like the first half that they played with them, though.
Yeah, I mean, quarter and a half, they were kind of doing their smash mouth style, running the football, moving the chains, keeping Carmel's offense off the field, and keeping that clock moving. They were in the game for about a quarter and a half. They trailed at halftime 28-13, and from in that second half, Carmel just kind of took it to Scotts Valley. 4 TDs in their first 5 possessions.
Any last kudos for Jake Renberg or Willie Johnston?
Yeah, Willie Johnston caught 6 passes, 103 yards. Also threw a 44-yard completion on a halfback pass. Okay. But Jake Renberg had a big day, 216 yards and a touchdown. Now, when you add that.
Yes.
With the 2018 yards he compiled in the first 10 games of the season.
Does that put him a yard ahead of Sean Benjamin?
That is according to our record book, that is 1 yard ahead of Sean Benjamin's 2,233 yards set back in 2003. So, you know, heck of a season for Renberg. He sets the school record single season, and he finds himself in the top 3 all-time in Santa Cruz County history. Still behind Calvin Kaiser Allen, though, and of course, Fabio Hale last year. So kudos to Renberg.
Nice.
Sticking with Division 4 real quick, that Carmel victory sets up Shoe Game 2 in the semifinal round next Friday or Saturday. They haven't announced a date. Oh wait, they have. It's going to be on Friday at 7 p.m. Carmel versus Pacific Grove at Monterey Pensacola College. That should be a good game to check out if you have nothing else to do that night.
Awesome.
Or if you have something to do, I don't know. Monterey won as well, defeating Menlo 30-12. There you go.
Nice.
And Seaside Sacred Heart Prep did not play. So let's move on to Division 3.
All right, the bigger.
There's another game to watch next week as well because Aptos was a big winner, 34-19 over Aragon. They led the game 34-0.
That's correct.
And then Aragon
put
up a fight.
I thought they were going to get the running clock, but instead, Randy Blankenship played all 65 of his players, played all 19 of his newcomers, which includes like 8 freshmen.
They all got in?
They all got in.
Oh, wow.
So, and you know, pretty significant playing time. But yeah, it's pretty awesome to be able to do that.
It's a learning experience.
It's awesome to do that.
Yeah.
That is how you build a program. And to have that luxury to be up 34 points.
Get up 34 points. That's all you need to do. You need to make the playoffs, and then you need to get up 34 points.
Yeah. Hey, freshman, you worked out hard this offseason. You had a great year. I like your attitude. You're going to get rewarded.
Yeah.
You're going to get a carry, or you're going to get this missed tackle.
Don't hurt yourself.
Okay. No, seriously. I mean,
yeah.
But then, I mean, they've done all the damage. Patrick Powney, the gentleman that we mentioned, was 255 pounds. He took a beating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, early on, he's walking off, holding his shoulder like, you know, AC separation or something. Later on, he's down, his knee, you know, like they gang tackled him and did a really good number on him. He finished with 41 yards on 12 carries. But Keith Samuja.
He's a huge kid, right?
He's pretty big. He's not tall, but he's big. Yeah. I mean, how can you say 255 is small?
No, I'm not.
He's a svelte 255.
He's trim.
You know? So, he's no Gio Russo. Okay?
Sure.
He's 3 Gio Russos.
I remember Gio. Had a big game last week against SLV.
Well, he scored this week for Aptos.
Russo! Sorry, I don't know.
It's all right. I don't know. It's gotten into you. Other people doing well for Aragon was Keith Samuja did well. He rushed for 73 yards and a touchdown. And Josiah Faunano. I massacred that name.
Perfect.
He rushed for 106 yards. So Aragon got their yards, but when it didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So they ran for 276 and passed for almost 100. Aptos did what it does. Actually, Aragon's defense did a pretty good job, at least on the internal run.
Okay.
But on the exterior,
too much speed.
Michael Chavez went to town. He rushed for a couple touchdowns, rushed for 89 yards on 4 carries, 2 TDs. Gio Russo and Kyle Marks, a sophomore, also ran for scores, and Alex Joe. Aptos played some great D right before the half. They got the ball back, and working on a 56-second drill, they scored in 46 seconds. Move the length of the field in 46 seconds.
See, now,
it's just what they do.
I was at the Santa Cruz Warriors game. I was following this on Twitter.
Yes.
I saw 34-0. I put it away. I see 34-19. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But you said everyone got in.
Yeah.
The game was never in doubt.
Yes.
Okay.
But I got Alex Joe threw a touchdown. I got to give him credit for that.
Sure.
He connected for a 30-yard pass to Eli under it.
Okay.
And but it got crazy at the end, but it didn't mean anything because they had it in hand.
Yeah. Was Aragon
the players,
Aragon thinking like, oh, we got this. Don't call it a comeback.
Well, all the players on the opposite side were like, God, sure would be nice to have that shutout. But we're getting everyone playing time. Aptos has 4 shutouts this year.
It is worth mentioning. We were kind of looking up at the record books. They're 1 shutout away from tying the school record, which is 5. And it was set back in the 90s. I believe the 1998 team had a pretty good defense, apparently. But the 1998 team lost in the first round at CCS. Aptos moving on next week, and they're going to face the winner of Willow Glen versus Lee. We are taping this on Friday night. Willow Glen and Lee play on Saturday at 7 p.m. at Lee High School. Aptos will take on that winner.
The winners.
Yeah, sure. By the way, the Aptos will be hosting next week as well.
Yes, they will.
No matter who wins next week.
They are the
tomorrow.
number 2 seed.
Yep, and they're going to be hosting at 7 p.m. on next Friday night. November 29th. Mm-hmm. And the other side of the bracket on D3, St. Ignatius pulling their private school power and taking it to Christopher 24-0 victors. And they'll move on to face Burlingame, which remain undefeated in this season. They're 11-0 in the year. They beat Hillsdale 31-7. That game next week's SI versus Burlingame is going to be held at Burlingame at 7 p.m. And the winner moves on to the final.
Yeah, Aragon was a runner-up in the PAL Ocean Division to Burlingame.
Yep.
Obviously a pretty good team there. Since we're talking about records,
sure.
We always do every week, and it's that time of year.
It is that time of year.
Dalton Weitzel almost had an interception. He has a school record 6 this year.
He has a school record.
Yeah, and then also Brooks Nicholson kicked 4 more PATs to boost his career total to 142, which is a school record, and he's also has the season record. He broke his own season record. He now has 60 PAT kicks this year. So he had 41 the last 2, which were also records. Okay. So congrats to Brooks.
And we mentioned Harbor quarterback Miles Small last week.
Yes, we did.
Setting a school record. He was also, it was brought to our attention, he's second all-time in Santa Cruz County, Santa Cruz Coast Athletic League schools. He's behind, let's see here, SLV's Mike Chrysler back in 2002.
Chrysler. All right.
So it's Chrysler and Small as your top 2 in the SECAL. So kudos to Mr. Small and kudos to Mr. Chrysler.
I thought you were
11 years
Small,
later.
Small in the off week decided to complete another 30 passes for 300 yards. Good job, Milo, for a great off week. All right, that does it.
Yeah, you can check us out. Of course, we're going to have a preview.
Yes.
It'll only be 1 game, though. It'll be Aptos versus whoever, Willow, Glen, or Lee. And we'll have that next week, of course. And you can follow us on Twitter. There you go. Follow us on Tout.
Tout.com.
Somewhere.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Facebook, like us.
Like us on Facebook.
Fake us.
Fake us on Likebook.
Yes, please.
And then you can read all of our stories and see all of our touts as well if you don't want to get on that. It's
www.santacruzsentinel.com
/football
Football, buddy. Football.
Football buddy.
Football buddy.
Just football.